Hello students. So today we will try to learn something related to ports on the kit what we are using in our lab. So in our lab we are using this kit. Okay, it has many peripherals on it. This is our controller. Okay, so by programming my controller I can control everything on this board. So to control anything we need to understand about ports first. So let us start the discussion. So let me introduce the kit now. General purpose input output GPIO is a pin on IC. It can be either input pin or output pin, whose behavior can be controlled at the runtime. A group of these pins are called ports. Okay, so all what we are doing on this kit is either we may be putting the data onto the kit or taking the output from the kit. So we have two 32-bit general purpose IO ports on this kit. Okay, they are port 0 and port 1. Port is a 32-bit port. Out of these 32-bit pins, 28 pins can be configured as either general purpose input or output. One of these 32 pin can be configured as a general purpose output only. 3 of these 32 pins are reserved, hence they are not available for use. Also it depends on the manufacturer. Okay. So port 1, again in most of the lab experiments what we are doing, we are only using port 0, but you must have a knowledge about port 1 also. It is also a 32-bit port. Also it only has 16 of these 32 pins are available for use and general purpose input or output. Almost every pin of these two ports has some alternate function available. Okay, so this is some alternate function what it has. It has fast and slow GPIO registers. Now here it is not related to anything related to speed here, fast and slow. Here simple meaning is the slow GPIO registers are compatible with earlier versions of ARM. So same program can be used. Okay, so here the things whatever we are using, they are fast. Okay, they are advanced one. Okay, so if you are using slow GPIO also it is same. Okay, it is a compatible with legacy systems. Now there are 4 slow GPIO registers, or you can say GPIO registers in simple. We are programming all these things. First one is IO X pin. X means here either 0 or 1. 0 for port 0, 1 for port 1. IOX set, IOX DIR, IOX clear. So we will see one by one in detail about them. So this is a 32-bit write register. This register is used to read write the value on port 0 or 1. But care should be taken while writing. Masking should be used to ensure write is to the desired pin. So these are the examples. Now here it is, when I write these examples, it may not be clear here. Now let us move to the next slide wherein I will try to make the things clear. So let us consider port 0. As I told, port 0 is again a 32-bit. So what I am doing is I am considering lower 16-bit of the port 0. Okay, so wherein I can I have a port 0 P0 P0.0 to P0.15 1 2 3 to 15. Okay, so lower 16-bit of your port 0. So let us consider one example. I want to write F to port 0 to port 4 of port 0. Okay, so 7 to 4. So what I will do now, here we have a P0.7 and here we have a P0.4. So from this one to this one I will put 1 1 1. In rest boxes I will put 0. Let us see. So this is how I am getting the things. Okay, so now to write something on this one I must use IO0. 0 means port 0 pin. Okay, now 0x means it's a hexadecimal number. As I told, the higher 16-bit of the port 0 are 0 and we are only considering lower 16-bit of data. So the 0 what you are getting here, it is because 0 0 0 0. Okay, F we are getting because 1 1 1 1 F. Okay, so rest all zeros. This is how we write to the ports point, or I can say 7 to 4 of port 0. Okay, let's move. Now IOX set is a GPIO port output set register. This is a 32-bit wide register. This register used to make pins of port either 0 or 1 high. Writing 1 to specific bit makes that pin high. Writing 0 has no effect on it. Okay, so you can make that port particularly 1 or 0 by changing the value at that place. IOX DIR, GPIO port direction control register. This is a 32-bit register. This register individually controls the direction of each port pin. Setting a bit to 1 configures the corresponding pin as output pin. Setting a bit 0, it configures the corresponding pin as input pin. So 1 for output, 0 for input. Okay. So IOX clear, as the name indicates, this register used to make pins of port low. Writing 1 to a specific bit makes that pin low. Writing zeros has no effect. So it must be clear in your mind. Whenever you put 1 using IOX clear, it means you are making that pin 0. So let us see one example wherein I am configuring pin 0 to pin 3 as an input pin and pin 4 to pin 7 as an output pins. So here I am taking example of port 0. So 0 means input, 1 means output, where we want to make it. So 0 to 3, I will put 0 because they are input, and 4 to 7 I will put 1 because they are output. So by this frame, what we get, IO 0, 0 for port 0, direction as 0x00000 F0, F0. Let's move ahead. Let us move ahead with one more example. Okay, so here in example, what I am doing is configuring pin 4 as an output and then set an pin, that pin to high. So to do that one, what I am doing, I am putting 1 because 1 means output at the P 0.4. So what happens here, for these 4 we have a 0, for these 4 we have a 1 here. So IO direction means P 0.4 is an set as output, and I am setting that bit, means I have to make that bit 1. Okay. So next is configure pin 8 as an output, then set and pin that to low. So again same way, here I am putting 1 at P 0.8. Okay. So it makes the direction, means it has a output port, and I am putting 1 here by using IOCLR, means that bit is, or that pin is cleared. Okay. So let us move ahead. So I am taking one example here. It is not there in your syllabus, but somewhere it is related to your 15th experiment. Okay. So let us see that video. Okay. Board. So let us start. Okay, here you can see the program. The program explains, the comments shown here explains themselves. Now here I am using pin cell 0. Okay. So pin cell 0, to configure them, we have to set P0 to P15 as GPIO. Pin select 1 to configure, actually pin select 1 we are not using, but as we are setting pin select 0, so again we are putting, or what I say, configuring the pin select 1 also. We are interested in IO 0 direction. Direction means whether we want them to be output or input. So here what I am doing is I am configuring port 16 to port 23 as output. Now here you can see it is very simple program. I am using only one while loop. Okay. So here this one 00FF shows port 10 to port 13 and port 18 to port 21 are on. Okay. So initially what I am doing, these things I am clearing it using the command IOS 0s CLR, means those LEDs are cleared, and I am introducing some delay here. Okay. Delay, then you can say it is a 5 second, no problem. Then we have I am setting it, set means 1. So I am setting the ports from 10 to 13 and 18 to 21, and again I am introducing a delay. Okay. So let us run this program. Let us run this program. You can see here. Now to check whether these are all things working fine. Okay, these are all things working fine. Let us go to debug session. So in debug session, now we'll run the program. Okay, no issue. So now next, go to the port 0 into GPIO fast interface. Okay, click here. Now you can see the pins here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. These pins are blinking. It means these LEDs are on off for some time. It means now my program is working fine. I'm able to blink these LEDs now. Okay, so let us see how it works on my hardware. So stop the thing and open FlashMagic. FlashMagic, you can find it in all programs. Search for FlashMagic. Okay, FlashMagic. FlashMagic, you can see I'm finding the FlashMagic here. Now FlashMagic is one which we are using to dump this code onto the board. Now we cannot dump this high level language onto the board. What we do, we dump the hex code. So it is asking hex file. Now select the device which we are using, that is LPC2148. Click OK. Then COM port where it is connected. To check that one, you have to go to the My Computers device manager. You will find USB serial CS340 which is connected at COM5. Okay, just minimize it. Then baud rate, you set the baud rate. Okay, so normally what we do, 9600 or 7200, one of them will be chosen. Rest all things you keep as it is. Check the erase flash code. Okay, then verify programming. Then browse the hex file which is generated. Okay, so for that you have to go to the folder where you store the project. Now open it. Okay, now here all settings are done. Now just click on start. Okay, now what happens if something kind of this is coming, maybe some jumper issues. So I will solve that issue first. So now your board is reset. Okay, so let us see once again by dumping the thing. So now I'm able to dump the code onto my board. So let us check whether I'm getting the result. Okay, so we have just dumped the code onto the board. Now you can see here my board. Okay, so this is a cable, USB cable I'm connecting. Okay, you can see here this is connected to one serial cable again which is connected here. Okay, and one power cable which is connected to my spike buster. Okay, now you can see this is a board on which we are working. You can just see it has all the switches, 7 segment, LEDs, everything. So we have to work on this board. So let us work for this LED blinking. Now you can see here there are LEDs, 8 LEDs. You can count them, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so just now I flashed the program, but I am not seeing the output because the jumper here, what you see here, it is not connected. To connect it, you take one of the jumper here, just connect here. Okay, so now you can see can you see LEDs are blinking now. Okay, so this is